What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna have a look at Stray again, but this time on ultra wide. So, all set up, ready to go. The laptop is hanging on top of my old secondary desktop here. Don't worry though, I'm keeping that thing off because I don't want it to either cool the laptop down or heat the laptop up. So it's just sitting there. Hell, I even had one person think when this thing was on that desktop was the thing powering that. There's no way a laptop could be that powerful. You can't play games on ultra wide on a shitty mobile GPU. Well, this one you can, because it's a 6700 XT. Quite literally, just power limited, and therefore heat limited because it's in a laptop. Anyway, let's hop into the game and check out some settings.
Alright, starting off Stray here. Let us just look at all of our settings here. We're in exclusive full screen, 3440x1440, max res scale, uncapped frames, no VSync. We left the motion blur and sharpness stock. And now all of our effects quality, shadow quality, texture quality, and mesh quality are all on low. So, let's hop in the game and see how it does. Well, here we are in the game, on low, ultra wide. And we are getting well over 60. Good, good. All the meows belong to me. Alright, let's jump up and head over to our little waterfall area. Oh, actually first, no. Let's go up here first. Then we can go from up here onto our little side. Whatchamacallit, we got some water, we can drink some water first. And then we can go hop on over to the little fence. Holy shit, they all just fucking came crashing through, didn't they? Alright, let's hop onto this guy. Alright, definitely getting good smooth FPS so far. Good, good. And the good thing about this game is it still looks good on low even, honestly. Yeah, the textures look a little softer on low, but not the end of the world. I could have fun playing just like this. If it meant the difference between like 60 FPS and, you know, not. But since it doesn't, I'd obviously crank it up. Alright, let's hop up here. And let's move on.
Well, alright guys. Now we're in Stray, ultra wide, on low, but getting ourselves a little camera gameplay now. Huh, looks like the camera's not completely set up right. Hold on. There we go. Even though it wasn't messed up that bad, I want to make sure it wasn't cutting any of the screen off down in that right-hand corner. It's pretty close to the going off on the left now, but this thing kind of moves a little. There's a way to lock the freaking gimbal thing on my camera, but to be perfectly honest, I fucking forgot how. So, usually I have to sit there, set it in place, and wait like a minute or so, and it'll kind of like inch its way to being perfectly straight. It also got dropped 3 times, so the fact that it even works anymore at all is astonishing to me. First time it fell, I thought to myself, oh, well, there goes my camera, can't make any YouTube videos anymore when I have to go, alright, now that I can't anymore, I'm gonna have to go back to using my phone, and my phone is I already fucked the charge port up pretty good by shoving this camera into its USB port and basically letting this camera dangle off of it. I should have had the foresight to see that that was a horrid idea, but it's like, oh, they wouldn't let you do something stupid to your phone, probably in my head, so I didn't think too hard of it. But just a couple days ago, I tried to plug my phone in, plugged it in at the night, woke up, and it's like, your phone hasn't charged. It's like still at 39% battery, and I'm like, well, that's stupid. Kept plugging it back in, and it just kept failing to charge. So luckily, I managed to pull some lint out, which I think the lint was the biggest problem, and now it's charging again, but I don't want to go back to using my phone as my camera, I guess, is the moral of that story. But now, why don't we go ahead and move on to the next graphics setting.
Alright, here's the medium settings now. We've left all of these things at the top alone, same as they were on low. No VSync or any of that stuff either. But we have up the effects, shadow, texture, and mesh quality all up to medium. So, now let's hop back into the game and see how it does. Well, alright, we are in the game again, and now they're on medium settings, so we'll hop up here and just kind of like explore the area. And meow a bunch, because why not? That's what cats do. If you're a cat, you meow. We must talk to the homies with our Mews. Omega Mew. Still very smooth FPS. We're still well over 60 so far. So that is good. That is very good. I'm still wondering what 4K is going to be like, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We're still doing ultra wide right now, so we best focus on that, right? All right, let's hop up here and have a look at our waterfall. All right, let's hop back up here. And now, let's go ahead and move on.
All right, now we got ourselves some medium gameplay now. We're staying well over 60. Wonder what we'll get on high though. I remember we got down like 74 at 1440p, so should go a little lower. So hopefully it stays above 60. But then that makes me wonder: can it do 4K maxed out and stay above 60? My guess is, as much as I want it to, probably not. It's probably going to drop down to like 58, 57 around here at times. But besides that, I have a feeling it'll be fine. And I'm glad this game didn't just limit my FPS. Though, it's such an impressively graphical game that there's no way we were going to get hit anywhere near 120 FPS. I say that as it gets up to 107, 112. Well, let's just shove a giant foot in my mouth. But at least it's not going to prevent us. If it got up to 120, it could go up to 124 or whatever and be fine. Unlike damn F1 2022, where it's like, we're just going to link your shit to your monitor. Unless it was just 1440p mode that was doing it to me for some reason, but that doesn't really make any sense. Go over here and scratch this tree some more. That's right, take that, tree. Sharpening my claws and marking my territory. I always thought cats just marked their territory like dogs and just peed everywhere, but nope. Most of the time they rub their scent on things. And I think, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong on this, but I think most of their scent glands are in the cheeks and on the chin. And I think there's a little bit on the forehead area, too. But I could be wrong. It's not like I'm a animal biologist or anything. I've just always liked cats. Dogs have always just been too rambunctious for me, and I just had some bad experiences, unfortunately. I remember my first one as a kid. I was just riding my bike down the road, not minding my own business. The next thing I know, something flew up next to me from my side. Didn't even have time to notice what it was. And I was on the ground getting my ass chewed apart by, like, someone's pit bull. And then I remember when they frickin' came, I thought they were going to help me, but instead they were, like, congratulating the dog, saying, yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Fuck him up. That'll always stick with me. Yep, that's the closest I've ever seen my grandfather do assaulting somebody when he came and when he heard me crying and ran out there. He almost killed their dog, too. And rightfully so. I mean, only a terrible person would sit there, see a kid being mauled by a dog, and laugh about it and tell the dog it's doing a good job. And their whole thing was, well, he was riding his bike down a private road. And it's like, well, first off, that road wasn't private. A dirt road doesn't mean it's a private road. Sorry. It was Jennings Road, and Jennings Road is not a private road. Anyway, though, why don't we go ahead and move on to the next graphics setting?
All right. Now we've got ourselves some high graphics settings on Stray, so why don't we just cruise through here? I have left all of this stuff alone. All I have done is upped effects quality, shadow quality, texture quality, and mesh quality, all to high. So, now, let's hop back into the game and see how it does. Okay, so now we're on high in Stray. So let's just walk around here, and if we're getting down to 68, 69 FPS, I do not think we're going to be able to max this game out at 4K. But I'm hoping we'll be able to at least do like low and medium without dropping too far under 60. I'm hoping for like maybe the little drops down like maybe 54 or something like that tops on medium. And maybe low like maybe drops only down to like 57 or something like that. But I guess we'll find out when we get there. Again, we're doing ultra wide right now. I mean, this is the last portion of it already since there's not that many settings to do. But there's still camera recorded portion after I'm done with this. And then I have to still go and do all the voiceovers for 4K as well. Ooh, that looks gross. I can even hear the gross water going through the pipes. I don't want to fall in there. I don't know if the game will let me, but I'm not going to find out. We don't want to do that to the poor kitty, even if he's not real. And most importantly, smooth frame times. Though I think by the time I got to this game, it had already probably gotten a bunch of updates anyway. I think I saw 2 hotfix updates. I don't know if those fixed DirectX 12. Or since I hit play and didn't have to do anything, maybe that just like took DirectX 12 mode as default out and made DirectX 11 default. Maybe that's all some of them did. Who knows? I didn't really read what they did, so I'm not going to claim one thing or the other. Anyway, though, I think that's good enough. We'll look up there real quick, look down there real quick. And now, let's move on.
Well, alright guys, here we are on ultra wide on high, and we're already down to 65. So, I do not see high on 4K going very well, at least staying above 60 all the time. I think I'm right on the money. It's probably going to drop down to the mid-50s, but this is the most demanding part of the game as far as I know, and from what everybody online has been saying. So, if you can stay close to 60 here, you'll probably get 60 at 4K basically everywhere else in the game. So, that is the main reason I stayed here. Because from the looks of it, the game gets a lot more like dark and like more like nighttime, going through alleyways, going through tunnels, going through pipes. There didn't really seem to be too much more just chilling with your homies. Hell, I didn't even see that, so I just know eventually I'm probably gonna not get to hang out with these other 3 kitties anymore. They're probably gonna go off and do their own thing, and or we're just going to get separated or something. It's just a guess. Otherwise, I feel like I would have seen them hanging around in the gameplay when the cat has the little backpack thing. Which I don't even know what that is yet. Since I've just been chilling here getting you guys footage, and I really want to move on, but I want to get you guys footage, and I still have 4K to do, so I'm still not going to do it yet. And last night, I got on my Steam Deck, and I was about ready to play, and I was like, no, don't get out of this area. You still need that for testing purposes. Play Elden Ring instead. So instead I just played Elden Ring. I got up to like 121 now. But now I've decided, okay, I think I've gotten pretty tough. I should be able to at least go around and get myself some like maybe better armor or something. Because I'm still just using the samurai armor from the beginning of the game. Maybe it's better than I think, and in that game there really is no like better armor. I don't know. But I was watching this one video where you could like sneak ahead and get some badass armor really early, and I tried to do it, but I couldn't because I couldn't beat the boss you had to beat to get to it. So maybe I should go try doing that now. I think I can beat that boss now. I got him to half-life when I was like level 90 something. But then he would always get me. Oh well though, I think that's more than enough footage, so why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up now. Well alright guys, that's a wrap for Stray at 3440 by 1440, and I think it did great. We did get down to like 63 though, so at least on high, so I have a feeling, that at 4K, I do not see us staying over 60. If we were only 3 away from, hey you, stop wasting away on my weed. Alright, anyway, so I feel like at 4K we're gonna get way under 60. Well, not way under, but probably down like maybe 53, 54 after seeing what it does on ultra wide, but there's only one way to find out. I'm gonna go and get some F1 footage real quick, and then I'm gonna move and get footage at 4K for both those games. Just seems a lot easier than tearing the whole laptop down, putting it on the floor, and then putting it right back up there to go and do F1 next, you know? As much as I want to move on and just get straight done. Anyway though, I'm rambling. So, why don't we end this video? I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until the next one, peace out guys.